On the coast of the present-day Nigeria, formed in the 11th century, there was a vast and powerful kingdom known as the Kingdom of Benin, ruled by divine kings known as Obas. Its position on the coast was characterized by bountiful wealth. As they say, those who control the waterways control the throws. With a formidable military, the kingdom conquered nearby territories, receiving further tributes. Word of this powerful and prosperous kingdom soon spread to other lands. Craftsmen, artisans, clothmakers, bronze sculptors, and carpenters all flocked to the kingdom to make their mark. From this awareness of this kingdom, the growth of a strong artistic culture within the kingdom, with indigenes producing works directly for the Oba himself. There was an array of beautiful sculptures crafted from brazed ivory and iron. This culture acted as record of life within the kingdom, displaying its law, lifestyle, and ceremonies. Visitors were astounded by the kingdom, as beautiful as it was imposing, with its impressive wall and organized system of leadership and affair. As word of this kingdom reached far away land, new types of visitors were attracted from across the ocean. Indeed, Europeans maintained a sound relationship with this kingdom, primarily through trade, compounding the kingdom's wealth as they trade ivory and palm oil in exchange for guns and brazed manila. The Europeans received profitable trade, and in exchange, Benin Kingdom received technology that helped expand their empire. However, it was known to be a peaceful relationship forever. In the late 1800s, the British became more forceful in their efforts to secure dominance and began to subdue previously free people in the area surrounding Benin Kingdom. Oba Ovorame Nogbasi began to grow concerned as he saw his neighbor, King Jaja of Opopo and Chief Nana of Ichekiri, captured and swept up by European rule, and he feared for his kingdom independence. Oba Ovorame Nogbasi then began to restrict trade possibilities, especially in the area of free passage of Pakane. The British were not happy with this restriction. All they want is profit, which the restriction hindered unabatedly. They wished to control the Benin Kingdom, but could not attack without reason. They decided to do what they had done to others, trick the ruler into a one-sided treaty that would give them ultimate control of the land. A determined minor diplomat named Eric Caldwell set out in 1892 with plan to not only obtain a signed treaty but to annex the kingdom as the British overseas territory. Galway approached the Oba with a treaty that will mean the visual end of its independence as a kingdom. Although it is unlikely that he fully understood what he was being offered due to the language barrier. Naturally wary of the British, he was reluctant to sign the treaty but allowed others to sign for him. His intention was simply to placate the British and make them leave him alone. To the British, however, it was legally binding. Free trade was there. The Oba, on the other hand, continued century-old traditions such as receiving tribute from traders. This was similar to custom duties, and the British saw this as a violation of their treaty. They sent several warnings to the Oba to stop or face the threat of arms. Eventually, in 1896, acting Consul General James Philip decided to take matters into his own hands, claiming that the ivory in the Oba Palace would surely make up for the cost of such an expedition. Philip put in the request to his superior, explaining and arguing the benefit of the invasion, and he did not wait for an answer. Instead, he arranged an expedition and took off. Unfortunately, Philip's expedition coincided with the Agwe festival of the Benin Kingdom. a season in which the Oba could not be in the presence of non-native, and soon their mission was turned down. He advised Philip to return in a month's time. Philip refused and continued towards his destination. The Oba sent a second delegation once again, informing Philip that he would not be received in Benin because of the Agwe festival. But Philip ignored the warning. The exact events that led to what happened next are disputed. Benin sources have maintained that a provocation took place that resulted in the conflict, on which 7 white men were killed by the Benin warrior, leaving 2 survivalists to escape. Whereas the British claimed that Philip's party was attacked for no reason. Regarding of the details, the end result was war. The 2 survivors that escaped returned to Britain to describe it as a massacre. Now the British have their excuse to bring Benin Kingdom completely under their control. Outraged by the killings, the tasked Rear Admiral Harry Roxy Moore to launch a retaliation against the Benin Kingdom on February 10, 1987. This is known as the Benin Punitive Expedition, with the main objective of destroying Benin City, capturing the Oba, and appropriate the wealth of the kingdom. The British arrived to invade Benin Kingdom with about 2,500 heavily armed men. Benin soldiers themselves were also armed and ready for battle, standing tall to defend their kingdom one last time. Then the battle commenced, and it was vicious and bloody, but ultimately it was one-sided due to the superior firepower of the British. During the battle, bombing and rockets contributed heavily to the massacre of countless civilians and their settlements, and the kingdom was set ablaze. By the 9th day after the commencement of the war, Benin City was captured, although the British suffered a total of 18 losses. But the casualties to the Benin Kingdom were never recorded, but is considered to be catastrophic. One account reported hundreds of dead bodies, some of which were simply cut in two by massive firepower. After capture, part of the city were burnt and the British claimed royal treasures as loot, and as early as March 1st, Consul General Moore reported the first sale of ivory. All of the beautiful arts and sculpture that the kingdom have accumulated were stolen from their people and divided up between the invaders. During the assault, the Oba fled the city, prompting the British soldier to hunt for him and burn down any village suspected of harboring him. Throughout this hunt, his people refused to betray him and continuously protecting him. However, he surrendered after 6 months, after he was convinced by one of his trusted chiefs, and he was exiled to Calabar after trial, where he died in 1914. Meanwhile, 6 of his warrior chiefs were publicly executed. Oba Horame's son Agbobasin later ascended the throne with the title Eweka II and became the first Oba under colonial rule in 1914. The kingdom was occupied and incorporated into the Protectorate of Southern Nigeria, which was later amalgamated with the Northern Protectorate to form the present-day Nigeria. Thanks for watching. Please kindly subscribe this channel for more trendy stories.